All right, guys, welcome back to another edition, this month's edition of Nerd Enthusiast Poker Podcast. Make sure to check out our sponsors, theslotsquad.com, the exclusive place, the number one place for legal streamers in the United States for streaming casino games, and they have all the best sign-up bonuses for all the casinos. So if you're like us and you play on these online casinos and you like doing it, playing poker and sports betting and slots and all that, go to theslotsquad.com for all the exclusives. Get in there, get some free money, some free match bonuses, all the deposit bonuses. Take advantage of all that free money out there. Go check them out. They support us, so please help them out. Thank you. So every month we've been doing a little NFT section about what's going on, what we're seeing, what we're investing in, what's going on. And this is one we found out a couple months ago now that we've been going into. We'll talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. Is you pronounce it VeVe or VeVe? I don't even know, but it's VeVe.
I think it's VeVe.
VeVe?
I would say VeVe.
So it's VeVe.
Because if you look at it's the two capitals in the name. The app VeVe or VeVe maybe.
VeVe. I don't know, but it's something. So what do we got there?
Well, it's VeVe. So again, Anthony already said it. We always try and highlight on an NFT of the month, so to speak. But this is actually like the marketplace. So VeVe, which we'll stick with, is a marketplace that you can utilize to purchase digital collectibles in the form of NFTs. So we didn't come onto this until recently, but from looking back, it's been kind of active since the fall of 2020. And they did a ton of really premier drops. And again, if you don't know about it, they have licensing agreements with Disney, with Marvel, with they had Coca-Cola, some things from the Cartoon Network,
Pixar, DC, Star Wars. They have the exclusive, and so they're the only site that I've seen that have had this, like, for the most part. So they have that locked in. Whatever kind of deal they got with them, it's locked in right now, because they even got like Back to the Future,
all
Universal.
Kinds of stuff. Yeah, like it sucks that we got into the game as late as we did, because a lot of the stuff that we would have loved to have gotten our hands on has since come and gone and dropped. And that's not to say that there isn't going to be future things that's worth getting in on. But again, when we first it was brought to our attention, it was right before they did like a Golden Moments Disney drop.
Yeah, it was huge.
So it was basically like these golden collectibles of various, I would say, like important moments in the history of Disney. So like they had an R2-D2 and a C-3PO. They had Iron Man, like a Marvel Iron Man. They had a Bart Simpson like skateboard and something. They had Elsa. They had a whole bunch of like iconic Disney characters in a gold statuette form up for sale. And everybody who had an account with VeVe had an opportunity to get in and try and purchase one of these. The problem is that we didn't score any. And we learned shortly thereafter, and I'm not trying to badmouth anyone. We don't know for sure. We're just putting our own little spin on it. It appears that it's not all fair market availability.
Yeah, so like if you don't know, some of the other sites like DraftKings, there's like a pre-funded drop that you can get into. So like maybe 30 minutes before the drop opens, and then you basically sign up for the drop, okay? And then once you're in, it just randomly draws and it says, okay, you got a ticket or you don't, right? Like that's how it works. With VeVe, which a lot of people complain about, it's not just us, you have to be there like the second it drops, and you have to click it right away. And the problem with that is there's so many bots that even you can go on YouTube and search it. I had a Twitter debate with someone. He's like, "Yeah, there's no bots on there." I'm like, "Where are you living? Like, what do you understand?" And if you go on YouTube, you can actually see people doing it. They're setting up bots on their computer to like snipe it. I mean, there's snipe bots that do the same thing for ticket sales and eBay sales. They do the same thing. Yep. They're doing this for this. They're able to click it right away. We have gotten lucky though. We still are trying to get in. We've gotten some comics.
We have gotten some. We've gotten some of the collectibles. We've gotten some of the comics, but again, it's almost like, I don't want to say it's cutthroat, but these things sell out instantaneously. So if you aren't there the second that countdown goes to 0 to purchase one, the only way you're going to be able to get whatever it is that you're trying to buy is on the secondary market. And again, you're never going to pay well, I can't say never, but you're unlikely to pay what the mint price was, right? You're always probably going to pay a little bit more, especially if it's a hot ticket item. So, like, for example, you want to talk about that, the one Spider-Man? So there is a Spider-Man, rare Spider-Man character that's on the secondary market right now with a floor price. Now, the floor means the absolute lowest price for this collectible at $42,000.
Yeah.
And we weren't in the game with VeVe when that was dropped, but from what I've seen, I think that one was on sale for $400 at the time of the drop. A lot of the collectibles range in price. We've seen some that are $15. We've seen some that are, I think the highest we saw was like $100.
Yeah.
But again, it's not, I say bucks, it's actually gems.
Yeah.
So when you load up an account, you make your initial deposit, and it's 1 for 1. They don't take like a rate or anything like that. So if you put $100 in,
you get 100 gems.
You get 100 gems.
The problem is that there's no withdrawal though right now.
No.
And so they say that it's coming. You know, they did the same thing with Theta Drop, and that eventually came out. But they say that the be able to take out funds will eventually come there. So we're building our role right now in hopes. And here's my thing. I mean, they're going to have to, because they must have some kind of, they have all these deals with these major companies. So there's got to be something there that's going to be coming where you're going to be able to buy and sell. And I think there's going to be more to it. But they have put out there that, you know, it is coming. There is going to be a way to withdraw your funds directly into a wallet or into your direct deposit, however you're going to do it.
Yep.
But that's coming, but they just have all these deals. And pretty much now, from what I've seen, they're dropping like 2 to 3 times a week.
Yep.
It's usually at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, generally speaking. They do some art projects and things like that, maybe once every 2 weeks. But mostly they do a comic book drop every week, and then they'll do some kind of like, you know, like he said, like a Disney drop or Spider-Man or like a James Bond drop, something along those lines. I like the comics, though. I think that's all. It's awesome. I read them before I end up selling them or flip them.
That's the thing. Yep.
But I go through them. Like, they have all like the first edition of like the first, like right now I have a Daredevil, like an old school Daredevil one that I got that I just read.
Yep.
And they sell for what, $6? I think they're
$6.99.
$6.99.
Yep.
And then even if you get like a crappy one, like the common, okay, you're still gonna flip it for like $20-$25. So you're gonna make a little bit of profit. But now if you get lucky to get like a rare one, or like a secret rare one, you'll get anywhere from like $100 to $200 for that initial $6. So even if you can get one of these a month, right, you're probably going to make between $20 and $100 a month just by doing this.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's if you're in the market to flip.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people out there that are collecting these solely to collect them. Because again, you've already said it. This site, of all the sites out there, even though it doesn't have that withdrawal feature, and I know that probably will like shy people away from it, it's the most legitimate because of who they've affiliated themselves with. Do you think Disney is going to allow an NFT marketplace to sell products representing Disney?
That's going to be like
that's
bankrupt.
Going to be like bank. You know what I mean?
No.
They're going to sweep the rug out from underneath you, and all your gems are going to be worthless. Absolutely not.
No. So yeah, it's here to stay.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, like I said, it's legit, especially if you're like a nerd like me. I have hundreds of comic books in like hard form. You can get like a digital version of it, and there's only so many that have been minted. So like, it's almost like it's a very unique, one of a kind thing for something that a lot of comic book collectors might never possess.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You
no,
know what I mean?
it's cool. It's cool just to have it and look at it and, you know, decide. But it looks really clear too. It's like really done nice, and you know, so keeping those comics in your digital collection is pretty cool. And then you can, you know, transfer them or sell them or whatever you want to do in the future. But yeah, I think it's, and Marvel's obviously not going anywhere either. I mean, they're making about 1 million movies a year, so
no, absolutely not.
And I'm sad that we didn't get on the Ghostbusters drop. They do Ghostbusters, but we missed that.
I would like to be in the Back to the Future one.
Yeah, the Back to the Future. Star Trek is another one. So they have all these major titles under their NFT belt, and I think they're going to have a real advantage going forward because of that. You know, at the end of the day, like, yeah, it's cool if you have $1 million weird NFT or whatever. But in the long run, like these name brand ones are the ones that people are going to collect 20, 30 years from now. They're going to be looking for this stuff, not like some fad that happened for about 6 months.
I know.
So
The one thing that I did want to bring up that I've seen with a lot of these sites is they have like an augmented reality feature. So what that means is if you buy a collectible, it's like a 3D version of whatever it is that they're marketing for that particular month. And you can take that collectible and open it up in your photo screen, or a video screen, and it'll actually show up on your phone as if like it's in the room with you.
Yeah. Kind of like your Pokemon Go, but except it's like
it's just like that.
Yeah. But you can make an area in your house where you like, let's say you have a wall and you want to store all your comics on the wall. You could like do that and show all your nerdy friends when they come over and go, look at this, and they're like, wow, dude, that's friggin' cool.
Well, I'm not nerdy, but we actually were able to score a holiday Groot.
Oh yeah.
Like a baby Groot, and my kids absolutely love baby Groot. Like I've watched that, like, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 in the beginning.
Yeah.
Dude, I've watched that beginning where he dances. Like, I'm not even kidding, like 100 times. My kids love it. But so, like, I took a picture with them at Christmas time.
Yeah, that's cool.
With an augmented reality baby Groot. I'm not going to show you because, you don't want to show people's
kids.
family.
But did they think it was cool?
They were like, oh, he's in the room with us.
That's awesome.
But it's cool. It's definitely worth it. And like I said, they're not breaking the bank. Like some of these NFT projects out there, you have to pay hundreds of dollars to get one of these things, and you get a $6.99 comic.
Yeah, it's not, and even the retail like on the secondary market right now is not too bad. Like our buddy just got a DeLorean for like $90. I was like, that's not even that bad of a deal. Like people pay for like $100 poster of like a DeLorean or different things that frame in their house. I'm like, that's not probably a bad investment because like I can't really see him taking too much of a loss. Like even if it took a loss, you probably still sell it, flip it for like $50-$60.
That's the thing. And if you do want to be a collector with the potential of like a long-term flip, get on there, buy a bunch of the floor stuff, and wait
and just hold
a couple years, because like I said, we've said it. It's not going anywhere. This is the future of collectibles. This is the future of gaming. Like everybody's got their hands in this pot. Especially with like the metaverse, like they're going to be transitioning a lot of these things to be used in like this virtual reality world, all kinds of shit. I mean, get in now while the floor is low, because if you don't, you're going to be talking about it like, oh, missed the boat.
Yeah. So anyway, that's our NFT. That's our poker reviews for the month. Hopefully you enjoy all this and leave comments. Let us know what you think. We'll be doing another one next month, and make sure you check out our YouTube videos. Make sure you follow all the Nerd Enthusiast brand, all the social media. Make sure you follow us on Patreon, because then you get to vote for what we do or throw out some ideas, because you get a say because you're a part of the team. And make sure you follow our sponsors, theslotsquad.com. So, all right, guys, we'll see you on the next one. Peace.